Alright, hi, welcome to another video. Alpha opened once again with some new changes to the update, and now I can finally get inside so I can actually show you how it works. So I'm just going to do it really quick. Okay, smooth. So first thing you should do is talk to Centauri, because you need a lot of materials. You will need 8 bits of corleonate, 2 refined mithrils, and 1 piece of flawless ruby gemstone. Trust me, it's relevant. If you don't have mining gear, you should get one, but, you know, who doesn't? And yeah, I'll talk about all that other items. So what you gotta do is you gotta talk to Gwendolyn, because there's someone special who's been asking to meet you. The person in question is Dalin, probably, might have forgotten the name, who's located right here, very simple. He's apparently descendant of Divin, and he will unlock you a new forge recipe, so let's get to that. Once you finish talking to Dalin, you will get a new quest to forge the secret railroad pass, which is not unlocked until you actually finish talking to him. And yeah, everything on Alpha currently takes 5 seconds, because for me 3 seconds because I have upgraded the perk. And yeah, you can show this to Ticketmaster. If you know who Ticketmaster is, I certainly don't blame you. Ticketmaster is an NPC located all around Warren Mines who has itself a minecart, so once you give him this pass, you will be able to unlock the new area, which is very straightforward. Once you ride the minecart, it will appear here. There's no actually other way to get it, apart from forging a travel scroll, which requires onyx, enchanted ender pearls, and some coins. Which I probably could have shown you before that, but I'll first talk about what you can do in here. You can talk to various NPCs. Dolan in here mentions that there's another thing coming in 3 to 5 business days, which is apparently an expedition. Probably not related to the expedition dungeons. Another thing you can do is excavate, but I will get to that later on, because currently you have no idea what we're talking about. This NPC is new. There are 2 more NPCs in this place, so each of them explains some mechanics, which I can do for you. Once you enter Glacite tunnels, which is this area, you will start getting cold. Getting more cold will reduce your mining speed and normal speed by up to 50% at 100. And within Glacite mine shafts, when you reach 100, you would get kicked out. I'm not sure what happens here. Your cold will immediately reset once you get back in here because of this campfire. In here you can find 3 new collections. Each of them requires breaking power of 9. This is tungsten, this is glacite, and this is umber. All of them are the slowest things to mine, slower than jasper even, which is ridiculous. Within the collections there are many new items. Some of them are coming soon, but some of them are not. You get a lot of enchanting experience. You also get mining fortune and various materials. Otherwise, you also have frigid husk, which gives mining speed and also gives you some stats depending on your gold. Some of these things are already on wiki because they were present previously. Tungsten collection unlocks chisel, which is going to be relevant later on. Gold resistance potion, which gives you resistance to, well, gold. Amber has a coming soon item. Excavator potion, which is also coming soon. Amber key, which I'll talk about later, and more materials. Not the most interesting of collections, but there's a lot of more items unlocked at Fort. First of all, you have a lot of items, including tungsten and amber plate, which require refined tungsten and refined amber respectively, and you can combine mithril plate, tungsten plate, and amber plate in order to create perfect plate, which creates OP items. You also have a lot more gemstones. I'll talk about them later, but there's a new thing that the new gemstones require themselves crystal, as well as opal also requires crystal now, and it's obtained in Glacite mineshaft, just as it says here. Helix, which was previously obtained from Crystal Nucleus, has been named to Helix Fossil and is now obtained in another way, and using it plus coins you can forge new pets. So, for example, you have Ammonite pet, which already exists. Another pet is Mole pet, which gives mining speed as a base stats, which is very nice, and also helps you grind crystals for Crystal Nucleus. This update does not add any new drills or armor, which is extremely good. However, it does add some equipment. For example, Vormon Headwarmers is now the best gauntlet for mining. Previously it was glowstone gauntlet, which is unfortunate because there is still not a single mining related belt. It gives cold resistance, fortune, and speed. You have for metal talisman, which gives you that mining speed against umber and tungsten, which is certainly good. You have tungsten keychain, which is a new drill part, which you would put instead of an omelette, which helps you manage cold and heat, which is certainly useful, but probably not as useful as blue goblin omelette. You have chisels, which I'll talk about later. Relic of power, on which you can put all 12 existing gemstones, and it has high rarity. And once you get all perfect in plus recombobulator, it will become a mythic, which is insane. And it's the stats you get from this aren't a little bit either. And last item is Pendant of Divin, which has itself a tiered bonus, but I have certainly no idea how to get other pieces. and it requires Diamond Fragment, Perfect Blade, and Shattered Locket, which is obtained within Glacite's mineshaft. So I'll talk about those. Okay, I've just eaten, so it's time to actually talk about the update. So, alright, let's talk about the new areas first. There's a lot of stuff here, including more gemstones. There's been a lot of perks added to Heart of the Mountain. Alright, I went up with something like this, and this is not maxed because despite the fact that I have currently 29 million Glacite powder, it's still not enough to max this thing. And while this is very ugly, it helps me explore some things because, which is not going to be always necessary, because for example suspicious scraps are only temporarily useful because, yeah, it also had 2 new abilities. This might be interesting, but I'm not going to test that because I'm too lazy. Another thing that it adds now that it previously didn't are 3 levels to Peak of the Mountain, giving you more base powder, higher chance to spawn Glacite mine shafts, and also 2 tokens of the mountain, which is great because it adds up to 3 new tiers to a total of 8, which is brilliant. Another related thing is that they have new commissions. Yeah, there's a new category which gives you a lot of powder because I have max Ultima, Heart of the Mountain. I'm not sure if it always gives powder or if it gives more XP when you are level 7, for example. So, yeah. There's one more thing located here, underwater. This is Glacite. And there's this thing. I don't know how you break it because explosions do not work underwater because this is Minecraft. Okay, now it does work. It shouldn't, and I explained it like it wouldn't. And there's a fairy soul. There's 2 more fairy souls obtainable elsewhere. One of them is apparently elsewhere in Foreign Mines. I'm gonna look for that right now. There's totally a fairy soul somewhere in here, but I cannot find it, so I suppose I can give up until someone else finds it. Anyhow, I accidentally left without knowing what happens when my clock reaches 100. So just, I'll just mine until I get something. Okay, I found glass in minecart. Very fast. Yeah, you can enter inside. It's an instance similar to Dungeons or SCADA, which means it's private, but there can technically be multiple people on the same server and it won't tell you. Each of those Glacite mineshaft is focused around a specific thing. For example, this specific one is focused around Peridot, I believe this is. Yeah, this is Peridot, which is one of the gemstones. Inside you can find, so far I've always managed to find 2 of them, but they are frozen corpses, which give you some loot, which is incredibly underwhelming. This thing around mine shafts is just hardstone, which you can mine, but you do not spawn chests here, because I imagine I would have by now. There's a lot of mobs, which take more damage based on breaking power. And once you are in a mineshaft for a while, it will tell you that the entrance has caved in, which makes me think that you can actually warp people in here and share it. But I haven't tested that. These things have a rare drop as well as a new bestiary, and because of how bestiary works, I can just show you what it is. The drop in question is Glacite Shard, which unlocks a new power with Maxwell once you get 9 of them, and I will have to check what it is, what it does, but unless it has been changed that it should give defense and true defense, which is nice. Another thing is that you cannot use abilities for teleportation, but your potion effects stay, which is very much unlike dungeons, but it's still cool that you get jump boost, because otherwise it would be very annoying to navigate. Some of the mineshaft's also include a fairy soul, so if you look in the tab list, it will tell you if there's a fairy soul, which is also present in dungeons, but I'm not sure how many people know about that thing, and it's definitely worth pointing out. Also, the gemstones seem to respawn, because I'm pretty sure I already broke this one, which is going to be useful, because otherwise you can just mine everything and there's nothing else you can do afterwards. Mineshafts are definitely the internet way to grind new items, because otherwise there will be a lot of people in the tunnels sharing same sources, and they don't respawn very fast, so this is definitely better. There's also a new item you can forge, which is Portable Campfire, which reduces the amount of gold you have, which can be useful, and I probably should be using it because it's free on alpha. Okay, this perk is absolutely ludicrous. If you look at the last level, cost 1.6 million powder. I have 57 million Glacite powder, which is a lot more than any other. Another thing I should mention is that Divan armor skin doesn't currently feature new gemstones, which is unfortunate because they look thick. I imagine black would look very cool. Another thing I should mention is that Pendant of Divan has itself 2 gemstone slots, both of them require a gemstone chamber. Okay, some of the corpses are special because they will require a key. You can look at this guy. This guy will require tungsten key or a skeleton key, because skeleton key is a master key effectively, and they have better rewards. I'm not sure if this is normal, but last I checked they were very bad, so that's useful. Also, unfortunately, all keys are consumable, which is, you know, stupid, because skeleton key requires 2 keys to be crafted and can be only used once. Oh, I just got suspicious scrap, so I can actually tell you about excavating. I'll just finish this area to see if there's something more interesting that's going to happen. And similar how you can break blocks in here, you can also place them, which can help you navigate this area a little bit. Okay, once you have suspicious scrap, which is going to be really hard to get, you can give it in here. You can talk to Dr. Stone over there to give you some extra rewards, some extra information, but you don't need to. And this will also tell you that you can also apply the 4 new gemstones to chisels. And while all of them have their special stats, so Aquamarine gives you secret chance, Period gives farming fortune, Citrine gives foraging fortune, and Onyx gives critical damage, or at least should. They also have special stats when put to perfect chisels. As you can see, that special slot over there is in fact a chisel slot. And while all of them are singularly interesting, I'm pretty positive Aquamarine is the best, so I'm going to get it, and they are not affected by rarity, only by tier of the gemstone. Alright, so I applied for 3 perfect aquamarines in here, and then you have to, you know, select the chisel you want to use, because there's no reason this is an option, because there's no reason to have more than 1 chisel, and suspicious scrap in your inventory, and then you can start excavating. Sometimes you find this thing, which is a fossil. You don't get the fossil unless you get all the pieces, and last I checked, fossils have a specific shape. Those are the shapes I managed to find. I'm gonna in fact open it up for myself right now, in order so I can use the information I have gathered previously. There's probably going to be mods at some point which will be able to help you predict where will they be based on probability, but we'll have to wait for that currently. And you have unlimited time to finish this, but you have a specific amount of charges. So, okay, this is a specific shape. Alright. This should be a footprint fossil. And it is. Once you get fossils, you can donate them to Dr. Stone, who will give you rewards. Dr. Stone talks very slowly. As you can see, I just got mining XP, SkyBlock XP, Glacite powder, which is not bad, and as well as a fort recipe. So just quickly donate all of them, and then have to dupe them once again, because you need them twice to actually forge them. Because first of them will unlock the recipe, second will actually make you able to forge it. And yeah, there's no special reward for getting all of them, but all of them will be showcased into these glass blocks, and you can right click them to enable to NPC to tell you what they will do. And I don't actually need to forge them, because I can see what they can do just by looking at them in Forge. T-Rex grants critical damage, strength, and ferocity, deals more damage to mobs in a specific radius and specific distance on you, and has a chance to stun the target, as well as doubling the stats of pet items on this item. So if you get Lucky Clover, it will become 14, and because it will be the pet stats, you can have Daedalus X make it 28, with Chimera 42. Which could make it a good pet for Magic Find. Spinosaurus is a fishing pet, which gives sea creature chance and fishing speed, makes sea creatures spawn with less health, gives you Magic Find, and during rain increases this pet's stats and stats banned by its perk by up to 80%, which is ridiculous. Goblin Egg helps getting Ember Crystal, but apart from that, it's not very interesting, because people who will be late game enough to be able to forge this pet will not need to kill mobs for coins, and 50% is not that much. Ankylosaurus is a tanky pet, increasing the efficiency of last and the lifeline, as well as increasing your defense and strength, and as a stat giving health defense and true defense. And the last attack will deal AoE damage based on your final hit damage, which could be good for crowd control. This might be a good pet for tanks. A very good pet, in fact. Penguin seems to give a lot of secret chance. The existence of penguin pet implies that there are new sea creatures that can be fished in gold, but that doesn't seem to be the case, which is very weird. because it reduces your cold when catching sea creatures, but I don't see why you would do that. But that might be added later on. And it also reduces this fishing speed reduction by up to 100%, same as Ammonite. Mammoth gives cold resistance, gives you magic find based on mining fortune, and doubles that in glacial tunnels and mine shafts, which would be useful if there were any drops that are for farming. And also gives you up to 90 fortune in glacial caves if you find frozen corpses. There's also mine shafts that are focused around titanium when they spawn it naturally, which is interesting to see. Doing this more and more makes me think that there's one mine shaft for every resource, which means that if you're looking specifically for the good one, which is the dwarven gold one, or a big one, for example the ruby one, it won't take very long, so that's great. You have both variety, so you have some variety but not too much, which means this update is easily doable, which is excellent. Alright, it took ages, but I've actually got to this place again, and it says that there's 0 to 0 Ferricel, which I'm going to report right now, like a good player. Right, and now I have skeleton key. What does this give? Chisper crystal. That's interesting. And underwhelming. And why is there only one corpse? So there's one more thing that I wanted to show. Because I got all the stuff. I got, yeah, all of these. This could be better, but it would only improve fortune. Because there's not a single mining belt in the game still. Which is very unfortunate. Anyhow, something I learned is that in full mineral, with maxed Heart of the Mountain and Dependent of Divin, I have enough mining speed to insta-mine for 1 gold. In 404 mineral. Which is insane. And despite the fact that I spent like 4 hours on this island just, trying to figure out how the mine shafts work, I still don't know how to get shot to lock it. Even though official wiki and the item description imply that it's from frozen corpses, I found the frozen corpse with that required skeleton key 3 times and I still don't have it. And I opened many other frozen corpses and it's still not happening, so not sure how to get that, but this still doesn't feel very complete. However, it is an incredible update, and despite the fact that I got like 9 bug reports today, it's looking great, and it might come out in April, probably, because, well, there are only so many days left in March, so yeah. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in another video, and I gotta go edit this, and got to do homework.